Hello students, welcome to Ant's classes. Let's do addition and subtraction exercise 3.6. And this is found on page number 32. Question 1. The production of toys in a factory are given year-wise in the table. So we have a table here and the production of toys. How many toys were produced in these years has been given to us. So in the year 2009 to 2010, between this 2009 and 2010, 69,831 toys were produced. So what we can do is, if we place commas, we can read our numbers well. So how many? Now 69,831 were produced in 2009-2010. Now, between 2010 and 2011, how many toys were produced? Let's put our commas in the right places. So now let's read. This is 86,742. 2011, 2012. Now this is the number. And let's place our commas. So we have the ones period, we have the thousands period, and we have the lakhs period. So let's read this number: 1,78,395. Then 2012 and 2013, again let's place our commas. So our first comma comes here and then we have the next comma. Let's read this number: 2,98,743. Now what is our question? Question A, find the total production of toys in 2009 to 2011. So 2009 to 2010 is here, then 2010 to 2011. That means between these years, we need to find out. So let's begin with our statements. Production of toys in 2009-2010 is what we have to write first, and we have this number, that is 69,831. Then we have to write this also, isn't it? Because we've been asked to find out till 2011. So 2010 and 2011, let's write that. Production of toys in 2010 to 2011 is 86,742. Now only till here, because we have from 2009 up to 2011. Now find the total production of toys. That means whenever you have to find the total, we have to add up this and this. So total production of toys will be when we add up both the numbers. Now let's add up the numbers. So we have 69,831 here, and below that we have 86,742. Now let's add up these two. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 4 is 7, 8 plus 7 is 15 and we carry 1, 9 plus 1 is 10, 10 plus 6 is 16, carry 1, 1 plus 6 is 7 and 7 plus 8 is 15. So now we have this number. Let's place our commas. We have a comma here and we have a comma here. Now let's read this. 1,56,573 toys were produced between 2009 and 2011. So let's write our answer here. Total production of toys in 2009 to 2011 is 1,56,573. So this is our answer. Now the same table, let's see what question B is. Find the total production of toys in 2011 to 2013. So between these years, we need to find the total production of toys. That means first we need to find 2011 to 2012. That is this one. And 2012 to 2013. So let's do that. Production of toys in 2011 to 2012 is, again, let's place our commas. We have a comma here. We have a comma here. So how do we read this number? 1,78,395. This is between 2011 and 2012. Now we have to also write the production of toys in 2012 to 2013. We have a number here. Place the commas. So what do we read this as? 2,98,743. Now, if you have to find the total production of toys in 2011 to 2013, we need to add up both these numbers. So total production of toys is so much. So let's add it up. So write down both the numbers and we're going to add this up. Let's see how much we're going to get. So plus 5 plus 3 is 8. 9 plus 4 is 13. Carry 1. Now here we have 7 plus 3. So 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. So we can write 1 and carry 1 here. So 8 plus 8, we can do that way also. 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17. So we carry 1. 7. Now here also we can say 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. So we can have 7 here and carry 1. Now here we can say 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So we have a number. Let's place our commas correctly. We have a comma there and a comma here. So this becomes 4,77,138. So that is the total production of toys. Let's write it here. 4,77,138. So a final answer, let's write it down. Total production of toys in 2011 2002 to 2013 is this answer. 138. 4,77,138. Question C. Find the total production of toys in 2009 to 2013. So 2009 is here and 2013 is still here, all four. Okay, so we need to start from here and go up to 2013. So let's start by saying production of toys from 2009 to 2010. We have the number. Then 2010 to 11, we have the number. 11 to 12, we have this, and we also have to write from 2012 to 2013. That means if we have to find the total production of toys from 2009 up to 2013, we have to add up these numbers. So let's do that. So total production of toys, here we're going to add it up here itself. So let's do that addition here. So let's begin. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. So let's write 1 and carry 1 here. Now let's add 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 9 is 17. 17 plus 4 is 21. So we write 1 and carry 2. Now let's continue here. 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. 17 plus 3 is 20 plus 7 is 27. So let's write 7 and carry 2. So here what do we have? 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 plus 6 is 17. 17 plus 8 is 25. 25 plus 8 is 33. So we put 3 and carry 3 again here. Now let's continue. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 7 is 24. 24 plus 9 is 33. So 3 and carry 3. So here 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. So we have this number. Let's place our commas. We have a comma here and a comma here. So what do we have? 6,33,711 toys were produced from 2009 to 2013. So that's our answer. Total production of toys, that is 6,33,711. This is our answer. Question 2. In a book fair, 6,21,273 books were sold in the first week and 8,53,215 books in the second week. Find the total books sold at the end of 2 weeks. So there was a book fair. So many books were sold in the first week. So many were sold in the second week. Now we have to find totally at the end of 2 weeks how many books were sold. So let's start our statement by saying books sold in the first week. And it's already given to us 6,21,273. Then books sold in the second week is 8,53,215. Now we are asked to find the total books sold at the end of 2 weeks. That means the first week so much, the second week so much. Together, how many books were sold? So total books sold at the end of the 2 weeks, we have to add up both these numbers. So let's do that addition. So the first number is this and the second number we write below, and now we are going to add up both. So let's add up and see what we get. So 3 plus 5 is 8. 7 plus 1 is also 8. Then we go to 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. 2 plus 5 is 7. And 6 plus 8 is 14. Now let's place our commas. We have one comma here, another comma here. Now let's read the number 14 lakh 74,488. So let's write here. So that is 14 lakh 74,488. So let's write a final answer. Total books sold at the end of 2 weeks is this number, that is 14 lakh 74,488. Question 3. Now, this many copies of a magazine were sold in the month of January, so many copies in the month of February, and so many copies in the month of March in a certain year. Find the total number of magazines sold in these 3 months. So magazines were sold in January, in February, and in March. Now totally in these 3 months, how many magazines were sold? Now that is what we need to find out. So let our first statement be magazines sold in January. Now let's try and read this number. Let's place our comma. So we have a comma here and a comma here. That means this is the lakhs period, this is the thousands period, and this is the ones period. So now let's read our number. 74 lakh 56,231. This many copies in January. Then in February, again here let's place our commas. So here we have 77 lakh 14,098. Then in the month of March, we have an extra digit here. So let's place our commas first here, here and here. That means this is the crores period. So how do we read this? 2 crores, 78 lakh 49,125. So we have how many magazines were sold in January, February and March. Now totally, if we have to find, we need to add up these. So total number of magazines sold will be adding these three. So let's add up these three numbers. So we have a first number, our second number and our third number. So let's add up all three now. So here it is 1 plus 8 is 9, 9 plus 5 is 14. So let's write 4 and carry 1. So since we have a 9 and 1 here, we can say 9 plus 1 is 10, then 10 plus 3 is 13, 13 plus 2 is 15. So we can add up that way by regrouping. Carry 1. Now here let's add 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. So here it is 4, nothing to carry over. Now here we have 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 9 is 19. So we write 9 here, carry 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. So let's write 1 and carry 1 here. Now 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 7 is 12, 12 plus 8 is 20. So we write 0 and we carry over 2. Now here can you see there are 3 sevens, 1, 2, 3. 7 threes are 21 plus 2, 23. So we have 3 carry 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So we have a number, let's place a comma. So we have a comma here and a comma here. So what's the number? 4 crore, 30 lakh, 19,454. So that many magazines were sold in 3 months. So 4 crore, 30 lakh, 19,454. So let's write a final answer. Total number of magazines sold in these 3 months. We need to write 4 crore, 30 lakh, 19,454. Question 4. Mohanlal buys a house costing this much and also gets an office for this much, this price. How much money has been spent by him? So he spent so much of money in buying a house and so much of money in getting an office. Now how much money did he spend? We have to add up both. So let's start our first statement. Amount spent by Mohanlal on a house is rupees. Now let's read this number. So place your commas, one comma here and one comma here. So this is 56 lakh. 32,154. This is how much he spent on a house. Now, how much did he spend on the office? So, on the office, he spent so much. Let's read this number. So, here also are commas. So, now we have our commas. Let's read the number 83,62,158. So, on a house, so much. On an office, so much. Now, total amount that he spent, we need to add up both. So let's add up. So we have our first number, our second number. Let's add up both and see. 4 plus 8 is 12. So we're adding this. Carry 1. 5 plus 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11. Carry 1. 1, 2, 3. 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 6 is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. 5 plus 8 is 13. Let's place our commas. So we have a comma, one more and one more. Now let's read. This is 1 crore 39,94,312. So the total amount he spent was 1 crore 39,94,312. So let's write that down here. Total amount spent by Mohanlal is rupees 1 crore 39 lakh 94,312. Question 5. A state government allocated certain amount for planting trees along the roadsides in the year 2010, again another amount in the year 2011 and some more in the year 2012. Find the total amount allocated in these 3 years. That means a state government said they are going to plant trees along the roadside, and for each year they set aside a certain amount of money. They said use up this money to plant trees along the roadsides. So in 2010, 2011 and 2012 they had set aside some money to plant trees. Now we should find out the total amount that they allocated or they set aside in these 3 years. So let's begin by saying amount allocated in the year 2010 is this amount. Now let's place our commas to read this amount. So we have a comma here and a comma here. So this is 3 crore 87 lakh 41,981. This is how much was set aside in the year 2010. Now in 2011 also there was a certain amount set aside, and how much is that? Again, let's place our commas. We have a comma here and one more comma. Let's read this. 3 crore 31 lakh 41,928. In the year 2012 also they had a certain amount set aside. Again, let's read this after placing commas. We have a comma here and here. So let's do this. 3 crore 74 lakh 25,627. So in 3 years, these are the amounts. Now we have to find out how much was totally allocated in these 3 years. So we have to add it all up. We need to add it up. Now these are large numbers, so let's arrange them properly. So we have the numbers here, the first number, second number and the third number. We're going to add these up. So let's do the addition here. So let's begin. 1 plus 8 is 9, 9 plus 7 is 16. Let's carry 1. Now here we already have 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 12. 12 plus 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 plus 2 is 13. Carry 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. 19 plus 6 is 25. So put 5 here and carry 2. So here we have 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. Then here we don't have anything to carry over. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. So we put a 0 here and we carry over 1. Then here we have 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. So carry 1 again here. So here we have 8 plus 1 is 9. And here we have 10. 9 plus 10 is 19. So put 9 here. Carry 1. Now here we have 3 threes. 3 threes are 9 plus 1, 10. Now let's place our comma. So here we have a comma Here we have another one, and here we have another one. Now this will be 10 crore 93 lakh 9,536. So let's write down the answer here. The total amount allocated is 10 crore 93 lakh 9,536. So this is the total amount allocated in 3 years. So let's write the amount once more. That is 10 lakh 93 lakh. Okay, let's read that again. 10 crore 93 lakh 9,536. So 536. We'll stop with that for now, children. In our next video, we will continue with the remaining questions. Thank you, children.